Hi, welcome to my channel, Movement with Liz. Today we're going to do a short stretch designed for runners. If you're not a runner and you do training like strength training or maybe cycle classes, this is still going to be perfect for you. I've been running a little bit more recently and just starting to notice areas of my body like the bottoms of my feet and my calf muscles starting to feel a little bit tighter than they would doing my regular routine. I have also got a strap here that I will be using for one of the stretches today. If you don't have one, that's okay. I'll give you some different options. Otherwise, you could grab a t-shirt or even a towel. Let's begin on the hands and knees. Just bringing the wrists directly underneath the shoulders, knees under hips. Take the right foot back, bring the ball of the foot to the ground. Start to rock backwards and forwards, pressing the heel back. You might start to notice a bit of a stretch going up from the back of the ankle into the calf muscle. Start to breathe nice and smoothly. Breath is our friend always, especially when we're wanting to release some tension from the body. Using the breath is always going to help that work a little bit better. We're going to take this into a stretch. So you're going to lift the left knee off the ground and sort of like a half down dog, pressing the hips up and back and letting that right heel just sink as far as you can down to the mat. It's not about getting it to the ground. If it doesn't touch, that's okay. We're just looking for a nice stretch. You might feel that up further into the calf muscle now, maybe up behind the knee. Press down into the palms, just relax the shoulders, breathing nice and smoothly. Let's lower that back down, swapping sides. Take the left foot out the back onto the ball of the foot, rocking forward or rocking backwards and forwards. You might notice one side feels a little bit different. Just acknowledge that. I don't think I've ever met a fully symmetrical person, so it's most likely that one side will feel a little bit different to the other. Let's take that into the stretch. Right knee is going to lift up, hips pressed back, sinking the left heel down towards the mat. Nice smooth breaths in, smooth breaths out. Lower that back down to the ground. Going to come into a bit of a toe stretch here. So this can be a little bit brutal, I'm not going to lie. So just take it to where you feel you need to. So what we're going to be doing is coming onto just that sort of section above the ball of your foot. So that section between or where your toes connect into the ball of the foot. And you're going to be sitting up on the heels. And then from here, you can kind of like take it to wherever you need to. So sitting up nice and tall, and it intensifies over time. So we're just going to hold here, and I can already start to feel that through the plantar fascia or the bottom of the foot. One side feels a little different to the other. So just acknowledge that. Finding that smooth rhythm of breath. At any time you can make your way out, but I just invite you just to sit, breathe, embrace the sensations. Let's hold for 3 more breaths. One more breath. Slowly release, uncurl the toes, maybe give the tops of the feet a little tap on the ground. That one always gets me. And just take a little moment here. Whew. Nice and intense. So this next stretch, it may not feel super intense for you, but we're going to be doing the tibialis anterior, which is just that muscle that runs the outside of your shin bone. So you're going to sit down onto the heels. Now understand this may not be available for everyone, so just kind of working with where you're at, and you're just going to start to shift back and then lift the knees off the mat or off the ground. And finding this kind of position here, if you can see what I'm doing, and straight away up through that tibialis anterior muscle there. Just relaxing as much as you can. If that is a little bit too much, you could go one at a time and just sort of start to slowly shift back. It can be a lot of pressure there on the feet and on the ankles. Finding that connection to breath. You might get a cramp in your foot. Releasing that. I'm going to come a bit more into the Achilles and the soleus. So you're going to stay with one foot tucked back. You're going to bring the other foot and line the toes up with that other knee. And just start to shift your body weight forward. So again, it's not about going super far. Just as soon as you feel that nice little stretch, it might start down there at the Achilles and then start to come up a little bit further. Just holding here, breathing nice and smoothly. You may find that you can start to creep the hands a little bit further, but it's not always about going as far as you can. So we're looking for that little stretch, holding it there and breathing smoothly. Let's take that to the other side. So the opposite leg is going to step through, line the toes up with that other knee, shift the body weight forward, keeping the heel on the ground. I should have mentioned that the first round. So making sure the heel stays on the ground and then just shifting forward, looking for that stretch. Let's hold for 3 more breaths. Bring the palms flat to the ground. Step that other leg back. We're going to come into a downward facing dog, pressing the hips up towards the ceiling or the sky. Heels might touch the ground, they might not. Remember, it's not the point to get them there. We're just looking for a stretch, looking for a release. You might feel this all the way down the backs of the legs now. Bring the knees back down. We're going to step the right foot through, coming into a hip flexor stretch. So stepping that right foot through. Now we can take the foot a little bit wider than that hip if we need to. So if you feel like that feels good for you today, please do that. Tuck the pelvis under. So we're not coming into the stretch, pressing our hips back and then sinking forward. We tuck the pelvis and then we come forward, sinking down towards the mat. You're going to feel that hopefully all through the front of that left hip. Breathing. If you would like to take it a little bit deeper, take the left arm up towards the sky and then a little reach over to the right side. So the hip flexors, the psoas, quadriceps as well do a lot of work for us when we're running. If we're doing lots of cycle classes, can get super tight. Releasing that, swapping sides. So left leg's going to step forward. Find that position. It might feel good to bring that foot a little bit wider than the hip. Tuck the pelvis under. Shift the body weight forward. Don't forget to breathe. I'm going to keep on reminding you. Option, right arm can reach up, little tip to the left side. Bringing that back through to center. Now this is where you can use your strap, t-shirt, towel. Again, if you don't have that, you don't want to use one. I'm not saying that you need it. I'm just giving you the option if you do. We're going to lay down onto our belly. We're going to come into more of a quadricep stretch now. So again, if you can reach all the way around and grab that foot, that's definitely the option for you. Otherwise, you're going to wrap the strap or the towel or the t-shirt around that foot there. Hardest part is getting it to stay. And then, nice and simple, we want to keep both hips on the mat. So we're not lifting up and kind of rolling to one side. We're going to start though to pull that foot down towards our glute. And as you can see, my thigh is lifting off the mat. And that's okay. There might be a slight little shift more to one side, but we don't want to completely roll over. So just finding what works best for you. You might try it with the strap and go, actually, no, I prefer to use my hands. That's okay. And then just hold and breathe. Getting down into the quadriceps. Again, they can get quite tight, especially if we're doing a lot of running or a lot of cycle, a lot of sitting. Hold and breathe, nice and smooth. Let's take that to the other side. Of course, you can always hold these stretches for longer if you feel like you need to, or come back for a round 2. But we want to do things that we're actually going to do. So if we're thinking, oh my God, this is going to take me 45 minutes, we're going to be less likely to actually do it. But if you think, 10, 15 minutes, it's definitely manageable and it's going to allow you to be more consistent. So just remembering that it doesn't have to be this crazy amount of time where we're spending, an hour doing our mobility and stretching. If you've got that time, absolutely. But most people don't. So work with the time you've got. 10, 15 minutes is absolutely perfect. Let's release that. Push back, take a child's pose. Amazing work. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel like you got a lot out of that. So stand up, take a walk around, feel into your newly released legs and ankles and calves. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.